So I'm Sierra. So I am mom of this family. This is something that I have been reminded of or learned repeatedly. So there are times in my life where I've worried, and obviously there are a lot of worries with a child with special needs and the future and things that might happen or might not happen. And even looking through different, like you're preparing yourself, looking at these Facebook groups with your specific condition and seeing what's happening in the future to these older children or adults. And it can be very overwhelming and can really lead towards worry and towards like trying to gird yourself up, trying to figure this out. How are we going to get through this? What resources do we have? What resources don't we have? And kind of going through that. And I think being planful is great. But a lot of times I would find myself like figuring out how can we do this? And what does this look like? And it was more towards worry than releasing control and realizing that God is in control. And I think during these times when something comes up and my mind starts kind of spiraling and I'm worried, God nudges my heart to say, like, don't count your armies. So David was told like not to count the armies, so that he wasn't relying on his own strength, so that it was coming from God, for him to know that this was from God and that it wasn't something that David was doing. So like reminding myself that like God has us, he has us in control, and this isn't something of my own doing that's going to occur. So it's really a heart issue of turning from this is something I'm doing, or prideful, or even just like thinking that we're on our own, and we're not on our own. We are built for community. And I think part of that being with the Tuesday group, so coming and sharing that community and sharing with the ladies, even that is like reteaching myself of what God has shared with me, right? So even this week, like we had different things come up, and there could definitely be lots of worries, but remembering that it's not in my hands and I don't have to count my armies because it's God that's behind me. But there's other times in the Bible where, God commands them to number. But I think it's like all in the heart. Like, is this for God's glory or ours? Or our own false sense of security?